So I have officially gotten into all 6 schools I applied to, which has been my most recent one was Clark Atlanta. I just found out on Thursday. Hampton, Spelman, Savannah State, and University of Manoa, and then Cal State Northridge. Um, I'm so like proud of myself for getting into all the schools that I applied to. I only applied to 6, and like it's just awesome that I did. However, I had expressed in my last video that like Spelman was like my dream school or whatever, but like I'm not going to Spelman. And it's for a multitude of reasons. Like, besides the money, for one, we just can't afford it. And people always bring up, well, what about scholarships? Well, I didn't apply to a lot of scholarships, and the ones that I did apply to, like a couple of them I didn't get accepted into, I guess. And like even if I were to get more scholarships, like it would barely cover half of the cost for 1 year. And the thing with Spelman, it's like 50,000 per year, like 50,000 times 4. That's a lot of money, and we don't have that. My mom told me that, like, you know, people always offer like, or they bring up like the idea of loans and stuff, but like my mom is still currently paying off her student loans, and she's like, I don't want you to have to go through that, and I don't want to have to deal with loans for the rest of my life either. So I've just decided that I'm going to go to Cal State Northridge, and it's a bomb school, and they have a really good psychology program, and like that's my goal. My goal is to go to college and get my degree and continue in getting a BCBA or becoming a BCBA. Y'all don't ask me. I'm still doing my research on that. But basically, like, I've been getting like not backlash, but just a lot of comments from other people just being like, you're too good for Northridge, or Northridge isn't like way beneath Spelman. And that just makes me feel some type of way, because it's like, well, I'm going to Northridge, so like, what are you trying to say about Northridge and other people that go to Northridge too? And like with Spelman, the environment is a lot more competitive. And I've realized, like, you know, through quarantine and just like having more self-realization, I'm not a competitive person, and I'm not the type of person to be fighting for my life just to get what I want. And the thing with Spelman, like, even if I were to go for the first year, we might barely be able to afford going for the first year, even with added scholarships and stuff. But then even then, within my first year, I'd be having to like constantly look up scholarships, constantly look up financial help, which is something I don't want to do. I want to be able to live comfortably inside of college, be able to experience a lot of stuff, be able to save up and like save money and just do a lot more, instead of starving in a small little dorm room, struggling to stay in a whole different state. And like that's a lot. So I've decided to stay here in California, and like my other main reason of going to Spelman was to leave California. And I think that was like the biggest thing. I'm like, oh, Atlanta seems a lot more appealing. You know, there's a lot more Black people, and it's just like a whole different environment than here, than like LA. But it was just like, I don't know, like I have so much time to travel. I have a friend who lives out there in Georgia, and I'm like, I can go visit her and like stay with her. And my mom was like, if you go to Cal State, you know, like I don't mind paying for you to like go out there and, you know, like see how you like Atlanta and stuff. I'm like, that's fine. Like that sounds awesome. And I just know with me, I'm really good at acclimating. I'm really good at like creating my own fun and just being able to make the most of whatever I do. And I think at Cal State Northridge, I'll be able to do that to the fullest extent. You know, I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a person who wants to fight for the stuff I want. Like I've already said that, but it's true. And at Spelman or literally any other college, because they're so expensive, I would have to do that. And if I stay out here, I'm basically going for free. And how can I reject free college? How can I reject it? With Clark, since I just found out my acceptance, I might call in, maybe ask for more money, see what I can do. But for the most part, for now, of what I know, I'm going to Cal State LA. And I think Cal State Northridge, not LA, that school's gross. with Cal State Northridge, like, it was like, there was a lot of stress of trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do after high school. And it was just like in terms of going, like, which college to go to. And it was a lot of stress. I was stressed out. I was really sad and like just in a down mood because I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, we can't even afford it, but I do want to go, and everyone's telling me I should go and I should just like make the decision to go. And I'm just like, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to deal with the stress. And being like Cal State Northridge, I'm just gonna go, released so much from me. I feel so good within my decision. And I just remember like just a couple months ago when I was applying, I'm like, man, like, I don't want to stay in LA. Like, Cal State Northridge is my only safety school. It's my only school in California because California sucks, da da da. But I'm just like, it's never that serious. Like, I can literally travel after college whenever I want, or even during college. I'll be able, if I stay out here, I'll be able to save up and I'll be able to travel more and see more cities and more states and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I've just adopted this like more go with the flow type of mentality, and it has affected my life positively in the best way possible. That's basically it. I just need to express this and get it off my chest because it was just like everything was just clouding my head for such a long time, and I'm happy that I finally made a decision for the most part. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and then also follow me on Instagram just because, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.